Hey guys, how are you?
Hi.
Like anyone can answer.
We know you're fine.
Well, we hope you're fine. But thank you guys for watching and welcome back to our channel. So grab your food, grab your snack, and sit and eat with us. As you know, we always eat because we enjoy food, and why not? So today we have some sushi. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into our topic. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but there seem to be a lot of people nowadays who are sorry for something, right?
Yes.
And as children, we've been taught to apologize when you've done something wrong, right? Like when you've done something that caused somebody harm, you should say you're sorry.
Yeah.
But does it seem to you guys that it has become a trend where people say something that might be harmful or and endangered other people's lives, and suddenly once they've received public backlash, then the apology comes out? So have we become like a culture of apologists, or is it just that is in fact another marketing ploy, right? So how do you feel about people who've commit a deed, they've said something with whatever energy they have, whatever they said might have been harmful to a specific group of people, a specific ethnicity, or whatnot, or maybe a specific person in general, but they said it, and they said it with an energy where you felt like that was something that they meant, right? But once it's not received well on social media comes for them, Twitter comes for them, Instagram, or wherever people are, then suddenly the remorse comes out, or the social media face comes out, and someone has something to be sorry
About.
for. So my thing is, are we going to accept the apology that they've given, or should we pause and see how their deed reflect their apology? How do you feel about this? What is your general opinion?
It's just one of those things where it's like it's become overbearing, because you would think that people would think about what you're saying, get their facts straight before they go on any platform, especially social media, to say anything that will offend people. And then later on, when you receive the backlash for it, then you're like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And then when we don't accept your apology now, it's like, it becomes a big deal. I think my thing is, if you're going to apologize, mean it, but also do your research so that this situation doesn't happen again.
Right.
And continue to learn from the people that you have offended.
Right.
So that's my stance on it. But I would give a side eye and just be like, because you have to, don't get me wrong, we all make mistakes, and sometimes, unfortunately, like, the information, we're not aware of certain information, right?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
But when you're blatantly going on social media, knowing that this is a statement that's going to offend people, yeah, no, I don't think so.
Well, my take is this. If you do or say something that is going to be offensive to me, then I don't think that you're sorry.
I agree.
And even if you are sorry, you're remorseful, I don't have to accept your apology, right? I strongly believe that, as you say, we've all made mistakes. We make mistakes every day. That is sometimes unfortunate. That is the way to learn.
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
But when a person does something or says something that is offensive, and it will be offensive to particular groups of people, and then they're going to say, they're going to add to that, well, people are too sensitive, or whatever the cause. And then those people who rightly so are offended, and once the person who made the statement, their money is impacted. That's how I feel. I feel like once their money becomes impacted, then suddenly everyone's sorry.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Now you're going to come back, realize that, oh crap, my money's impacted. It's not received. I'm not getting what I wanted to get out of this.
Yes, definitely.
You're going to come back, and then you're going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I never meant to, or I never knew, or, teach me, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that group of people who've been offended, they have a right to say, we don't want to hear you, or we hear you, we're not accepting your apology. You can say you're sorry for something, but I do believe the best representation would be change behavior.
Definitely.
Right? What did you eat the freaking
Oh my gosh, Nisha, the wasabi just went up my nose.
Yeah, go grab some.
Hold on, guys. The wasabi, yo.
Is that mine?
Wait, I forgot how.
Edit in.
Alright, anytime you're ready.
Yeah, you feeling better?
Sorry, guys. The wasabi just went through my nose, yo. So, if you see that look, I was like...
She was dying over there. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, I was talking about like people who apologize. And then you do have... You have to understand that if you're going to apologize to someone for something, that's fine. But the person has a right to not accept the apology.
Definitely.
And you just have to deal with it. I find like some people where they feel like, and you see this a lot on social media platforms with these social media influencers or celebrities or whomever, they apologize for something that they've done wrong. The apology comes after someone has called them out on the behavior.
Yeah,
okay?
definitely.
So even they're already okay, fine, whatever. I don't think that it's genuine, but that's my opinion.
No, definitely
so after
not.
someone's called them out, then they apologize. And then once they apologize, they just think that they should just move on without having to acknowledge or still be accountable for the action that they did.
That's true.
You're going to
That's
still
very
be
much true.
accountable. You
Yeah.
can't tell people when or how to deal with the harm that you've caused them. There are repercussions. And the fact of the matter is there are consequences to actions, right? So yes, you are sorry. Yes, we hear it. You might be embarrassed too, and you want to be laid to bed. But the reality is, people whom you've offended, people who are hurt, they're not ready to move forward. They need their time to heal, right?
Definitely. And I think that I agree with you. Like, we're so quick to want them to accept that apology and just hide it under that rug and just move on, that the healing doesn't really take place the way that it does, and the learning doesn't take place the way that it does. The education gets lost in translation. So therefore you can't really recover from a situation like this, because in essence your real intent, I feel sometimes, Nisha, when they do apologize, is just to apologize, get it done and over with.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Without any proper recourse of, what's that word? What's the word I'm looking for?
I have no restorative.
Yeah, like any type of
process.
restorative process or
Yeah.
restorative justice
Yeah.
that needs to be done. So don't apologize if you don't mean it, and don't apologize if you don't have any real, genuine intent of educating yourself and uplifting whom you have offended.
Right, or harm through your
Definitely.
actions. And furthermore, you sometimes, not everything that you think you should say.
Yeah.
And even if it's funny in your little circle and all your friends, they think the same,
true.
they laugh at your humor, it's not going to be well received in a larger group of people.
Definitely,
Right?
definitely.
And people have a right to feel how they feel, yes, and have a right to react how they react, yes. Right? And we have to make allowances and room for that. And I don't think people are being sensitive. If you've done something that offends me and I say, I'm offended, even if it was a joke, it probably wasn't funny to me.
Yeah, definitely.
So
not.
I am offended. If you don't want to acknowledge that, that's fine. But just know that I am still going to be offended,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it is how I deal with that being offended. That is my responsibility.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't want me to quiet my voice because you feel now because you're ashamed or you just want it to be swept away and not be bothered with.
Exactly.
But on like a personal level, how do you deal with like apologies?
It depends on what the person has done. Like, if my thing is, if it's intentional, like, you know what you're doing is going to hurt me and you intentionally did it, that apology is not relevant to me. As a matter of fact, you'll get cut off because there's no point. And when you reach a certain age too, there's just certain nonsensical things that you just don't want to deal with.
Right.
However, if the person, it's an accident unknowingly, and I know that the person has gone out of their way, had a conversation with me, has done things so that, like, you know, they can somewhat prove to me that they are genuinely and authentically sorry, then for me, then the apology will be accepted and we can not really get back to how we were,
Right,
but
yeah.
we can slowly rebuild our friendship and go through that process.
And I think that's a good point to highlight. Like, sometimes people just want a person to accept the apology and go back to how things were. And you have to realize you can't, right? Because once that action was taken, it changed things.
Exactly.
So now that you've apologized, it's like we're starting fresh. We're reestablishing trust.
Exactly.
Right? And that's important. Like, you're rebuilding trust with someone who've done you harm, hurt your feelings, or whatever the case may be that they have done.
Yeah.
And that is a process which takes time.
Yeah.
And you have to allow that to happen.
Yeah, definitely. And I think through that too, a lot of people forget, Nisha, that like, it's not so much that you don't want to accept the apology or whatever, you want to drag it on. It's just you've had different and past experiences where people have hurt you. People have tarnished whatever it is that had affected you, so that in essence you want to protect yourself.
Of course.
So you can't knowingly do something to me and then come to me and I'm gonna be like, yes, so Misha, come. It doesn't work like that. Like Misha said, some people really need time. Some people can take them off 4 years.
Yeah, even then, some people hold their grudges.
Oh yes.
That's not healthy to hold on to hurt. But the point is this: people process hurt in their own way, in their own time.
Exactly.
And you have to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
So you can't just say, you know, okay, I did this thing, I'm really sorry, and let's move on. I mean, you can say those words, but what you do next to show the person that you were genuinely sorry, to show the person that, you know, you want to repair the damage that you've caused, that's what really, I think, matters. That's what matters to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if someone does something that I don't like or that hurts me, and it depends on the relationship that I have with that person, I'm going to look at how are they going to treat me moving forward. Right? Like, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to look at, like, are they going to go back to those same behaviors and lash out again and say another thing? Because if you repeat certain things, you repeat certain patterns, then after a while, even apologizing is just going to be...
It makes no sense.
No. Because you're not changing.
No.
You just really are saying the words to say the words. And I think specifically with social media, and, you know, celebrities or whatnot, it's like what has happened is that people have done harmful things, have said things that are disparaging to different communities, and then they don't say sorry until until I think personally that impacts their money.
Oh, I agree completely.
And I think, and for me, it's like, it's disingenuous, and this is why I don't believe when celebrities come out and they read whatever they read, and they're like, oh, we're sorry, we didn't know, or whatever it is, celebrities, politicians, whomever, these people in public eyes, when they come out and read the apologies, I've already tuned them out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because once you've said that thing, I'm thinking you have about 20 or how many people between you and like the public, and not one person on your team
was able to pinpoint and look at you.
Maybe that's not the way. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. No one said anything to you, but suddenly now all those people on your team, everyone in your life, your circle, suddenly they too have an epiphany and they realize, oh my God, that is wrong.
No, it's funny though, it's true.
It's like, and you want people to accept this. Nah.
It doesn't work like that.
We know your money's impacted. Like, maybe it's just a cynic in me who's thinking,
So, Nisha, you had brought up a very important point about these individuals who go on these platforms. Where are their friends? Because for me personally, you and I being homegirls and stuff, imagine if I went on a social media platform and completely said something that highly offended somebody. I would expect you as my friend, or even prior to me going on there before making a damn fool out of myself, to look at me and be like, yo, Bernice, like, what the hell do you think you're
what
going
are you doing?
on? Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's something too that I always wonder about. Like, how are these individuals allowed to go on these platforms when they have friends, family, whoever, and yet they still allow them to go there, make fools out of themselves, and then we, the consumers or whatever, have to sit there and wait for some redundant apology that's not even genuine.
And I think not that we're holding their friends or family members accountable for their actions, because that's not what we're saying. But what we're saying is this: if you have those people around you, you have those people in your circle, right? Once you reach a certain position and have certain types of influence, you have a team.
Yes.
And those people might be made up of friends or family members, and none of them when you were drunk or high or whatever the hell you were, and you decide that you want to have suddenly a realization that's stupid,
Yeah.
right? When that thought came to you, and you turn on your computer or your phone or whatnot, and you're gonna go live or record a video of yourself, no one said, maybe now is not the time.
You're not in the best state.
No one, exactly. No one said that, and suddenly here you are apologizing for something you might not even remember. I'm just saying because maybe you were high.
Yeah.
And maybe you were
drunk or under some type of drug.
So
under the influence of some.
Some substances. So you really need to be mindful of the people you have in your circle. You need to have people around you whom you can learn from and grow with.
Yeah.
And also,
Definitely.
Right. And sometimes when you're stuck in a particular circle with the same ignorant group of people, you say dumb shit.
No, it's true. No, it's just the way you said that.
But you need to educate yourself so that you're not in a position where suddenly your money is compromised, your integrity is compromised, right? Your livelihood, and now you're wondering, oh my God, how do I fix this? How do I prove to these people that I'm actually genuine?
Yeah.
So you need to analyze yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
And the people you hang out with.
I agree
and go read
completely.
A book.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The people you hang out with, you need to constantly be aware of their intentions for you, because we all see in time after time, not everybody has the best interest for us. It's just about what we're doing at the time that's going to benefit them.
That is so very true.
So you need to always be aware, and as well as, like Nisha said, you can't be making stupid decisions on social media platforms and then expect people to just be like, oh my God, and not hold you accountable. You know what I mean? And also, too, you do need people around you that are going to be like, yo, Nisha or Bernice, this is not really something you should be doing.
No.
If they genuinely care about you.
Yeah, you need people to check you. And that's just the bottom line.
Bottom line.
But, guys, we've rambled on about our general feelings about people who, the apologist.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with saying you're sorry, because you should apologize when you're wrong. That is the first step in you taking accountability for your action. But being sorry is more than saying the words.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of growth that needs to happen, a lot of things that you need to really do to show that you're sorry. And I think that depends on the individual person.
Yeah, definitely.
But what do you guys think? What are your opinions? Let us know in the comments below. Continue with the conversation.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Take care.
Next time, talk with what's your issue.
Wow. Bye.